loving AEW, and I think I've been liking AEW that much more. I had a small video out yesterday. That's what I tell Craig too. It's just like I think that'd be the way to go. Once again, I really think I produced or learned to produce kind of reverse engineering back asswards where okay, I started off with the multi-panel podcast, but I didn't even make like short videos yet. It's like the way to do it is like, okay, 6-7 minute, of videos covering a news story, a news topic, a news clip, something or a subject, and move on that way, at least as far as production. But I went ahead and went straight into what we're doing now. So I think I either cross streams there if you follow Ghostbusters.
Yeah, of course.
I hate to put that as, referring to that, tying that into like video production. You know what I mean? But here we are. I overdid it off the bat, but this is a lot better now, I think, and really getting things moving. But one of the big things we're going to discuss is, of course, what I did. The video was about that much more coming into. Probably shouldn't record for that spot either. For what we're going to do, then it comes next year because like the Peacock. Yeah, the Peacock runs out in more like May of next year. That just doesn't cut off at January. But either way, bring this up with Craig on. I wanted to do a VPN. I've been looking at a VPN for a while, and if I could do it for $2.50 for each of us, I think that'd be fine. And when I say VPN, I like the idea of running it through your TV or whatever. Use Canada. I just because it has unlocked everything. And when I say unlocked everything, we've been getting hosed in America. We have been getting hosed by the hosers big time because in Canada, that's why I want the VPN. Okay, $3 a month beats the 35 that I'm paying now. Plus, they have SmackDown. They have Raw live on Netflix. They have all the PLEs live on Netflix, different parts of the world, not needing that. So that's why I really want to. I needed a VPN for this anyways, and I've been kind of dragging my ass about it. And now that we're going to do it, I'm going to do it this way. But as far as keeping Peacock, keeping things, we're probably each going to have to keep Netflix. That'd be the main, hub to get in on or through, and everything that we be able to watch the WWE through.
So, with this deal, right? So, I didn't really read too much into it, but so ESPN is going to get the most current PLEs month to month as their broadcast?
Yeah.
Who has the library then?
Peacock.
So Peacock will still have the library, but they're not going to
have any live shows, anything. They just kind of... The whole thing with the archives, though, I really think that's going to be shipped over to... Well, I was going to say Netflix, but at this rate, it could be shipped over to ESPN, left at Peacock, or lost to oblivion. I kind of don't know. I don't think they know. They haven't... They look at the way things are booked lately. I don't think they thought that far ahead. You know what I mean?
I mean, their library is the most important thing. They can't lose that. Like, I want to keep watching that. I want to have access to that. Man. So then Peacock, I guess it'll go into the archives on Peacock once it gets broadcast somewhere else?
No, but that's the thing, though. No one knows for how long yet. That's the thing. I don't see the archive staying standalone at Peacock. The plan was to integrate that, ship that over to Netflix early next year. That had been my understanding, and they haven't made a decision. They didn't announce anything on that yet now, but. Like I said, this is early in the first trimester, but my thing, I don't want to pay, another $30 a month. It goes to streaming, 30 plus another 15 for the Netflix, and another 10 looking at the Peacock. So I'm like, I'm pushing, $60 a month just to get everything. and it's just like you're paying for a whole entire PLE a month. You're basically paying for one PLE a month, and at that rate, it's just like, geez, I almost want to go out to the bar and meet everybody at BWW and have a few drinks, well, go out and watch the shows. We had it so good with the network.
Network was great, man, and I really like the way the network had the archive set up as well. And I still haven't really taken to how Peacock has it, the way they have it like broken down into seasons and just, I'm like, come on, man. Like the network had it really well organized and very easy to access whichever show you wanted to watch. And
the more it spread out, the worse it got.
right. So, I mean, the network is still being used overseas, right?
Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's why I want a VPN. It's just like, heck, I'll pop in on I don't know, a Slovakian server as far as I care, to get in, to get everything, otherwise live and free. Yeah, that's my understanding so far.
Is SmackDown going to Netflix?
It's on Netflix, my understanding, in other parts of the world. That's what I mean. We've been getting hosed. They've also, they get Raw on there and the PLEs on there, and SmackDown, etc. NXT, the other shows, blah blah blah. I mean, the whole Rick and Morty, with that.
Yeah, man.
Like I said, this is so.
We need a centralized location for everything, man. Like this is just getting fucking.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think each like platform is trying to do. But the problem is though, okay, let's say all these things, from Peacock to Netflix and a lot of these other channels, all bundled up and get into one big thing. Okay, what are we looking at? $100 a month, which is right back to basic cable, right back under the thumb. I like the idea of cutting the cable. I like the idea of feeling free across the internet, and it is getting frustrating. There's so much to. It's a lot to ascertain.
Well, it's certainly becoming more expensive than cable, which is
Yeah.
People wanted to cut the cord because you're paying too much for cable and internet, and there's a lot of shit that you're never going to watch on there. You get a cable package with like 500 Spanish channels that you're never going to watch.
Nothing on, yeah.
If you don't speak Spanish. Yeah, man, I haven't even sat down and like broke it down what I'm paying, but like internet alone, Verizon Fios, I have the fastest that they offer. Well, no, 1 gig because I don't really need 2 gigs where I'm at now.
That's high. That's awfully high.
1 gig is $89 a month. So that's just internet alone. Then, every streaming platform is, even if it's bundled, it's still not cheap.
$15-$20. I round each one off to 15, whether it be 10, 20, or just say 10, but whether or not depending on how much ads you want to sit through. That's kind of what it comes down to. Which
right, and the only thing that I don't think I have ads for anything at this point.
So yeah,
except for maybe Prime, but they only show like one ad.
That's it. That's what the wife and I did. Okay, she wanted to get rid of something, and she decided Prime. I'm like, I'd rather get rid of Sam's Club than Prime, honestly. But okay, now we got the annual bill comes in, and we're looking at $100, and we're like, yeah, no, we don't. I don't have money for a haircut at the moment. It's bad. That's where.
Well, now you can pay Prime monthly. I think it's like $15 a month.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. That really.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk to the wife about that. For me, it's not so much where we are and where we've gone in the last half year, but it's also like, okay, where are we going come next year? And I'm looking at early next year, and that's the thing. I just don't want to pay $30 for NFL Red Zone and just the PLEs that I got normally before, without paying $30 a month. It would be different if it included like Raw and SmackDown. If it included the the archives. If it include, if it, fuck's sakes, they didn't include throw in ESPN Plus for crying out loud with this deal. I mean, it's just it's a big $30 a month fu. I keep trying to justify it. I keep trying to throw a little of my MBA at it, almost to justify it. I can't. This is stupid, and
Well, I mean,
it's frustrating to no end.
Isn't that Stephanie McMahon show on ESPN Plus?
Yeah, the
I
one
think that was the
the
foot in the
Stephanie show.
door.
Well, oh yeah, it was. I was gonna say Stephanie's or other thing. Never mind. I'll think of it later. Damn it.
Well, bro, you know what it is all about, man. They're
Money
trying
to
to
the nth degree.
they're trying to legitimize professional wrestling as a real sport.
So they're gonna be tying in the UFC.
Right. This is where they got all kinds of plans for this shit. This company, TKO or Endeavor or whatever. They want to forget Vince had this vision of sports entertainment. No, man, they don't even want that shit anymore, man. They just want sports. This is sports.
Right.
Just like anything else. So putting it on ESPN is going to, WrestleMania is just as important as the fucking World Series or the Super Bowl or the Stanley Cup.
Right. That's always been the goal. Okay, you got SummerSlam, the Bob Bucher seats for over 10 grand. I mean, yeah, it's big business now, and it's also big bucks, but it's also going to really alienate a good part of the fan base. I really do. I mean, I'm getting. Here's my prediction, and I'm kind of a prick about this, but okay, like I said, we're early in the first trimester. Okay, I'm not even looking at New Year's when contractually things change and we got to switch things over or not or what have you. But carrying on, again, my attention span ran off a cliff when I got too many things going on. It's just like, okay, this whole thing. I'm just looking at my notes. I just had crap down, and I'm just like, I'm still trying to think. What was that? I hate running. You have no idea how much I hate running without a short-term memory. That's what I've been telling the pain docs too. I was supposed to get another epidural right in the SI joint this time around. Try that, but everything's a mess. Plus concussions. I keep going back to that, but when I stop and think about it, it's like, well, yeah, most people don't have this shit going on, so hell yeah, there's that. Where is Kraggles?
I don't know if he's going to join us.
Okay.
Because he said he's still at work, which is funny because this is usually his day off, and even if he did work, he would have got off like an hour and 15 ago. Yeah. So he must be making some money. Well,
that's the thing, though. It's just like if he's going late or working late, yeah, he could be doing paperwork. So okay, that's always good.
So what I wanted to add to what I was saying about them legitimizing this as a sport. Funny thing is that out of all the four major sports, and if you look at professional wrestling, even WWE, the way, like you said, it's a money-making machine in every aspect of it. But the wrestlers don't get paid the way, say, a baseball player gets paid or a football player gets paid or a basketball player gets paid. Like, a fucking basketball player could sign a contract for 5 years for like $200 million. Could you imagine fucking Roman Reigns getting that kind of money? Or even Cena? And Cena's made probably more money in the ring than anybody at this point. But break it down, man, and it makes me think about the territories. Well, yeah. Fucking guys back in the day in the territories were making more money, if you take inflation into consideration, than what these guys make today. And these guys are working fucking a WWE schedule, which is insane.
I mean, Flair was working WCW back in the day, and he, at least made always. I mean, no, you got to have legit money if he's going to have those legit suits and do the things that Ric Flair legit did. So he really was, the money man.
Right. They were drawing money everywhere they were going. Like, it was a different type of business, but at the same time, like, you could have a small territory and make money. And, Vince fucked all that up, but, he wanted it all for
That's
himself.
the thing. I see seen the business that I love just change. I mean, it has evolved quite a bit in the last century or so of its pro wrestling's existence and everything. But it has changed. It has evolved. I think we get into certain things like thanks to Hogan, it is what it is today, and not Carnival Sideshow, which by nature pro wrestling always was.
Right.
That's a,
They're
that's
all
a, that,
carnies.
that's the
Sure.
thing, though. When you throw a bunch of these old carnies into not just $1 million machine, or just like what Vince built into $1 billion in a lifetime. Okay, now we're dealing with this huge. I see this thing going like the WCW, except faster. Like the whole implosion, for lack of a better term, of WCW. I see. I don't know. I don't know what I see. But like I was saying, what I was getting at before, though, what I see come next spring, next summer, this maybe even this next year. Teach, I forget what I was going. Why is that? I have something important, and it's just like anyway. I'm not doing so well. How you been feeling?
Been all right.
Nothing's too stiff, too achy.
Stuff comes and goes.
That's normal for the age, then. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, nothing super significant. My leg was kind of fucked up for a little while, but then that kind of went away, or I don't know.
Well, you did something to yourself, and you gave it time to heal. So
Yeah.
that's the one thing that keeps bothering me, though. It's just like, okay, I forget my train of thought. I forget this, that, and another thing.
Yesterday, I was the first
So,
day in 4 years that I had actual like animal protein. Well, no, I ate a piece of grilled salmon yesterday because I've been a vegetarian for years now.
oh, really?
And yeah, man, my body didn't get sick, and it was delicious. And now I don't know what to do now.
Oh, I'd stay vegan then, as much as possible, to some degree. Me, on the other hand, I've kind of went the other direction. I went from these, protein shakes and shit like that, and nowadays, well, mostly because of my cholesterol. I mean, when you have a heart attack at 31, you get into all sorts of trouble, and they try to make you do all sorts of other things. But lately, it's just like, okay, it wasn't the butter and the fats in the steak. It was a lot of other things. So now it's just like I'm going back to bare bones basics, steak and eggs. That's what I've been doing for breakfast. My only handicap, though, is I got to have creamer in my coffee. That shit is so horrible for you. It's just like pure poison. I caught this one, so I just figured out. Well, introduce real quick. Hey, Whiskies. Yeah, hi. Say hi to Mike. She can't hear nothing. She's just like, put me down, Daddy. I just want to get a load of, how fluffy and soft this cat is. Hello, Daddy. But now she's just annoyed. I just
Now
want to
she's
say,
like, listen, I was like doing something before you were bothering me. Now leave me alone.
she was sleeping. If she wakes me up at 4 in the morning for treats, I don't care. I don't care. But the thing is, though, it's like, get a load of this, though, Mike. There's just the extent and depth of fluff on this thing. She is so soft. Yes, dear.
I know, man. I love cats, man. I think like 2 days ago it was International Cat.
Oh,
I kind of miss my cat. It's at my ex-wife's house. I kind of want to take it back, but I don't know. Is it even
I
worth
was
the
just
fight?
I was just gonna say you lost the house, but the cat too. I wouldn't say we're worth the fight, but it'll be worth the conversation.
Well, I didn't lose it. I decided to give her the house, and I'll get, she'll buy me out of it so she can have it. But I'll
Right.
just buy another house eventually. You know what? I was thinking of to piggyback off of what I was saying before. The way the business is going, man, it's that, and it's like with every other professional sport. Wrestling was for like the common people, right? That you would be able to go to wrestling matches and enjoy yourself, and it wouldn't be too crazy, too expensive, or whatever. And now that it is super corporate, I mean, at least Vince had control over it. He built it into this thing, but it was his. I mean, sure, he had stockholders, but it was his. But like now, it's turning into some kind of elitist shit that only like super rich people are going to be able to go see live events, and that just takes away from and like to your point before, that's going to turn a lot of people off, and it's going to people that have been lifelong wrestling fans are just going to not even watch this shit anymore.
AEW's been picking up another extra 100,000 viewers like regularly, like almost like a monthly. I want to look up those numbers, but it's been my understanding it's been, well, needless to say, quite a bit up there. And after this news this week, a lot more up there. And I really get the feeling. I put it on the video too. It's like I hate to be one of those guys, but I'm going to be. I get the feeling I'm going to be one of those guys. I'm on a John Cena trip. I'm on a John Cena train, meaning we're going to watch with great fun the rest of his WWE career, the rest of his in-ring career, and when he is done, so will we. Just get rid of Peacock and Netflix altogether and just be done with it. But.
And what sucks is I don't really, obviously last week I went off on a diatribe, but I don't like the way they're booking his shit. Like, come on, man.
Lazy, it doesn't even cut it. And I would say that, Triple H is okay, he's spread off with bigger things. He's not as worried about the day-to-day booking. He's more worried about stock, his own stockholders than what he's doing night to night.
But he's got to know that was a bad move, man. Like,
well, a lot of these are just terrible.
What does he always say? What's best for business, right? But
there's contracts involved. There's that another thing, but even so, it's just like, okay, Karrion Kross. Did he sign it? Did he finally get to sign a big deal? Is he getting put over, or is he going to just show up in AEW next week? Nobody knows. It's things like that just irks the ever-loving. There's a lot of other things going on, but sheesh.
Yeah, man.
Killings.
I don't know what they're doing with him.
I mean, fuck it. Take SmackDown off the show. I would rather see this guy interview people on a panel and give him money just to fuck with the shit. Bring back a 24/7 title. That was the most fun I had in wrestling. I was watching, YouTube thing on it, and it's just like he owned he always had the 24/7 title, and so did like every other celebrity that came by. That's a championship that celebrities that would have been a match appropriate for the last two rappers that they had. Okay.
Or a jelly roll and
and the other guy, and it's just like yes, that schoolboying up somebody and just pulling on the tights. Okay, you win your 24/7 title. Okay, you get rolled up softly by somebody else again. I mean, great old ladies had the titles, right? When they were like 80 years old, both of them. All that other stuff. It's just like it was so much fun because the potential was every segment was just comedy gold. Especially Truth doesn't even have to be in it. I mean, he could just be in it, just fucking around in the background, and he always stole it. Kind of like, Carlito did, just being a mark backstage.
Well, they don't want comedy anymore.
It's all, yeah. They're making if they're going to make a serious sport out of this, I don't see any real integration. The closest you came to that is Lesnar. The closest you came to that, a close second was CM Punk, and we know how his actual fighting skills actually are. If somebody
got his fucking ass kicked
out of the way to put him over. Yeah, it's been
so so then what? Look, now that the cat's been out of the bag with this business for a long time, and I mean, now you look on Netflix, they have the show Unreal on, which is basically just showing you how the fucking sausage is made. I mean, they showed how they built a gorilla fucking. Come on, man.
Yeah, that has really. Triple H always killed kayfabe. He always wanted to kill kayfabe, and the thing is, though, you could do it to a certain degree. To a certain degree, you have to. And if you know somebody in the business, let them tell you. But show about it.
Which is sad because this guy has such respect for the business and for the history of the business, and he killed kayfabe. Like
He killed kayfabe, killed it.
he was
Even
trained
more
by
so.
Killer Kowalski, for fuck's sake. Like there was a tradition there, and then like so. Then what's next? Are we going to see shoot wrestling? Is this what's going to happen?
That's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm thinking. Like, okay, there's going to be no integration that wise because okay, let's put Penta up against a real, you know, Argentina kickboxer. It's going to get killed. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That's the thing. I can't see the too much integration or what they're trying to do. I mean, we're going to see what they're trying to do, but I see the writings on the wall, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to like it. And if I'm not going to like it, I'm not going to pay through the nose for it anymore. I'm not going to, be, just paying out my ass. I'm just going to watch AEW. Be done with it. I mean, I hate to do that, but wherever I'm more in it for wrestling. I'm more in it for, the business, the art form of it really is there. I'm an art. I was an artiste in the ring of just brutality, and that's the thing. It's just artistic brutality is all the way I kind of see things, and I they lose respect for the entire business, all of it, and that's what kayfabe is.
Well,
That's
that's
the
the
magic
thing.
behind it.
They are the entire business.
Mm.
They are the business, and they were for so many years. I mean, there were, secondary promotions, smaller promotions, indies and shit. But like
Well,
ever since,
TK,
ever since they bought WCW, they've been. That's it. It's them.
yeah, to some degree. I mean, we still had Ohio Valley, but that's until they had their own training facility in Orlando. That's what killed for me, capped off the business, because anybody knew that they got coming in won't be coming in from the independents. They're going to go through the procedure, and if you're good at the performance center, you work your way through NXT. Even if you just completely blow through NXT and you are that good, at least you demonstrated that good. Because guess what? If they did with Cargill, she would have been a few weeks into it. Okay, we got the idea here, but we are not coming along with this, or they would know what to work on or make her work on it. But she's such a diva; she doesn't work on anything. So I think they're going to end up. She's going to be a flash in a pan like a lot of these others.
You got every wrestler coming from the indies or coming from a different promotion comes to the WWE, and for the most part, they're gonna go through NXT. There've been a few exceptions, but like Jade Cargill is not AJ Styles, okay?
No.
So
Yeah,
like, all
exactly.
right, he paid his fucking dues and went right to the main roster, okay? Like AJ was ready.
Oh, and there's a few that have been there like that. That definitely. I mean, some needed to work their way through and developed, and others they really needed that
But like,
time.
did Samoa Joe need to go to fucking NXT?
No.
No. Did Bobby Roode need to go to NXT? No.
But Jade Cargill goes right to the main roster. There's been others that went right up to the main roster that I think they were flashing a pan, either that they're injured or I think they were released in recent years, and we just haven't heard from them since.
Well, Penta and Ray Phoenix went right to the main roster. And then Penta got over as fuck. So I guess, that was whatever. But
if you're smooth enough in a ring, if no one gets hurt, there's not a lot of miscommunication. Could way to go.
But I mean, you had huge. But their choices don't make any fucking sense to me sometimes. Like Drew McIntyre came up in WWE system, left, became the TNA champion, then came back and went back to NXT. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, he paid his dues. You got to give McIntyre that. The first time around, while he was just a young chosen boy, he had the Rocky Maivia stink about him back then. And he, to his own admission, he just didn't take it to the next level or push it. He thought he made it. No, you made it. Just that's like hitting level. Oh, I finally max leveled in Warcraft. That's when the game begins, there, son. That's when things are taken to, and he never took it until he learned how to do so in the developmental. He worked in through Japan too. I think, right?
Yeah, he probably did some time over there too.
Yeah.
But there, like there were big names from New Japan and from TNA that came and went to NXT. Finn Balor went to fucking NXT. Did he really need to go through NXT? Did Shinsuke Nakamura need to go through NXT? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, that has not been consistent. And like I said, the people that they really needed to either
Yeah, like
demote to
Cargill.
NXT.
Yeah, she needed to go through NXT. There's some women's wrestlers that really didn't need to go through NXT. That's why Vaquer and Julia didn't really spend that much time in NXT because they saw what they could do and they were like, fuck, these girls are like main roster ready.
And that's what it comes down to. As long as your main roster ready, and not everybody, especially these stupid celebrities, aren't. Bring back the 24/7 title. Keep it. It should be like a celebrity title. You got to beat the hell out of the. You get these stupid comedians and rappers beating the shit out of each other in fistfights over it. I don't know.
Like
I want to see squirt. I want to see squirt, ketchup and mustard squirting, and people being thrown into fry batters and get binked with a sack of potatoes and shit. I mean,
well, they should have the hardcore championship still.
Yeah. Oh, that was people got injured with that though. They should they need. I agree with the hardcore title, but that should be the hardcore title should be defended 24/7 and in traffic at 70 miles an hour.
That's what I'm saying. So like the 24/7 title was almost like a comedic version of the hardcore title.
Right. Exactly. And I don't know. Even if they get it, they don't even have to deal with the comedy behind it. Just like, okay, here I am walking home in my own neighborhood. All you need is one cameraman, and okay, there's your nemesis. Jump out of the woods and kick the crap out of you.
And then bang.
Yeah.
So what I was going to say is now they've basically built this system where they got developmental before NXT. So they purchased all these different promotions. Evolve was its own promotion. So now that's like a training ground for NXT, and NXT is a training ground for the main roster. And then they got the other shit with the Undertaker and Bubba Ray, where it's like that's a training ground to go to Evolve. So they basically don't even need top guys from other promotions because they're just building homegrown talent.
Yeah, and that's to some degree it works out good for. I mean, it's a good system for that. For they're that having that many wrestlers, it's not like a bunch of guys just clamoring in a van anymore. You need to say this shit is big business and even bigger still. So,
but I mean, isn't that what Tough Enough was anyway? Like
yeah, they have all these different shows, and it's all kind of the same deal. That's what I thought NXT was. Just okay, what is this? Tough Enough.
NXT is basically TNA or Ring of Honor at this point. That's at that level of quality. But I mean, maybe even I don't know. But my point being, like, if they have all this homegrown talent, they have this conveyor, they have this factory system that they're going to be good. So then, what happens when a guy like MJF is going to come to WWE? Is he going to go through NXT?
That's a very real possibility, and a very real possibility that just gave me a fucking migraine. I don't mind telling you that is we could actually see that. I doubt we'll see that happen, but we could see that happen.
Like
I don't mind them being in NXT just for a little bit, just to bump around, maybe, just to I don't know what whatever they're doing, they really need to. If they got that conveyor belt, they need to really make it universal and finish implementing what they're working on there.
Because this guy's not even 30 years old. Like
he's Happy Gilmore's son.
Seriously, I know, man. Like, so like a lot of these top guys in AEW that eventually like, all right, so I'm in AEW now. I came from New Japan, but now, fuck, man, I'm gonna go to the big time. And I mean, even though Tony Khan's paying these guys out the ass, like eventually Will Ospreay is gonna be like, all right, let me see what I could do in fucking WWE. Is Will
You're right.
Ospreay going to go through TNA? I mean, go through NXT? Is Swerve Strickland going to go back, who was already on the main roster and already went through NXT, going to go back to NXT?
If he Jade Cargill's it, yeah, if he Jade Cargill's it, yes, he should. But needless to say, he kind of is just going to come right through. But not everyone's going to be that consistent. And we like Jade Cargill. You know, we like a form and figure and everything like that. I kind of like to get, you know, her outfits and gimmicks and everything like that. But as far as, you know, on the mic, okay, it's just standard talking. As far as
And
everything
she
else,
has no skills in the ring.
none. I mean, Batista had. She's another Batista. As far as like aiming, but it never comes. It all comes down to, you know, it all comes down to aiming ability. I mean, we're looking at Hogan, but Hogan had the look, the size, the build, the charisma.
Hogan had in-ring ability too.
They never. If he didn't have to use it, I guess he didn't.
Right. When he was in Japan, man, he was over his fucking Japan, and Hogan could wrestle, man. Like, he just didn't have to.
Well, I remember what you mentioned though about Hogan and certain moves. What bothers me, he didn't use his legs in the latter part of his career. Like I said, when it comes down to actually being able to wrestle, remember, you know, the size of Hogan, the size of his, no one ever talked about his quadriceps. I mean, he didn't mince on leg day either. And the things that he was able to do.
Hogan was a big fucking dude, man.
I surprised people technically. I like to put everything on the 10 rank scale, like of all the attributes to your avatar. If you're playing a wrestling game, it's like, okay, Taker is like 10s across the board except for speed, things like that. And I was like, okay, I was at least a 5 as far as the, you know, technical and actual fighting ability in the ring. But that's the thing. I was, you know, a Timmy of all trades, but a true master of none. Sums up my other career as well. I did want you to check things out, though, what we have with the channel. I changed some things up with the channel. I changed out our logo. I changed out a lot of other things. I changed out, you know, where we're going. So I like the idea of what we're doing. See you at bell time. And it's that's our show now.
Hold on, I'm looking at it right
now. More and more, I'm looking to, you know, get things going. Check out the intro of the last show. I'll give you a second there. Actually, I had you guys on the intro.
See you at bell time. Where is it?
That's what we had this conversation, didn't we? I thought we agreed on changing the name.
Yeah, no. I'm saying is where. So here's Kayfabe Chronicles still.
Okay, no new videos up. Let me see what I even have in here.
This is so weird. I searched Kayfabe Chronicles and something came up. It said, "Unleash your inner power."
Yeah, that's.
What happened to Ted RC?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing, though. It's just with a lot of that stuff. That just means, from the sounds of it, Kayfabe Chronicles was never really used. I was going to say, see you at Bell Time Wrestling podcast. I got like a 5-minute video up. Princess Cody, is the ESPN Premium even worth it? That's what I got going on with that one. So, like I said, Princess Cody. I'll do with that.
Wait, here it is.
Yeah, and you guys are part of the promo. I don't know if I don't have it on this one. I cut the promo short. I just put the picture back up, but you get the idea. Tell me what you think.
Did you see Priest do a cover of War Pigs?
Oh yeah, that was a couple weeks ago. That was. It's now we get into a different channel there, Mike. There we go.
Disney Princess Cody.
So you get my thoughts on all that. But in this, it's coming out better, so.
Oh, you got that Sandman shirt.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Undertaker said that Hulk Hogan fucked his daughter?
Oh, you're reading the tabloids?
No, this is something that got posted 10 days ago. WWE wrestlers open up about all victims Hulk Hogan groomed.
Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of good and bad videos coming out of all sorts of stuff, and people just trying to bring Hogan down, and all the people that are just sharing good stories.
There's no secret that Taker definitely wasn't a fan of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I could see that, and yeah, he was definitely not on the 6 feet under. But yeah, that's what I want to do. I mean, if you think the logo was okay, I mean, I had different ideas for the logo, but I think
It looked pretty good, man.
Yeah, it's the Bell Time wrestling podcast, and
You
that's
did
how
it like
it's good to
with
have.
emotion.
Well, no, I love Kayfabe Chronicles. I mean, for me, that was the perfect name and all. And like I said, when you look up Kayfabe Chronicles, the only thing that comes up is something else entirely. It's just like, okay, it's not really utilized then. I could have had free reign with it. But I like what we got. Look at what we got going on here. And the thing is, though, now I'm finally getting more comfortable. Like I could make a short video and actually get it out, which is what I should have been doing instead of the big podcast right off the bat. But that's the thing with these podcasts. I just did things kind of back asswards. I started off at 80 miles an hour, where I should have kind of went incrementally up to that speed, starting with small videos and fucking around and shit like that. But no, I got us right into the mix of it, and right into a multi-panel channel, and I'm loving it so far. But the smaller videos in between, just covering regular shows, I should be doing that more. Anyways, and the time we get into our podcast Sunday, now we could just take the main events from the week, or the main points that we're getting at, and a lot of it too will be bitching about the same things that we're complaining about now. It's just like, okay, what are we going to do about the PLE? What are we going to do about this, that, another thing? And that's the thing. I like the idea. I think we're going to NordVPN it. That's my deal on that.
We might have to.
Yeah, I'm just thinking because that would undermine like everything except Netflix, which I wouldn't mind. I'll pay for the Netflix, whatever other Disney legacy bundle, the whole Disney Channel deal. Hulu is going bye bye. It's just being absorbed right into Disney, and that's one thing
Yeah,
that could happen to Peacock.
it
It's
seems
being
that way.
absorbed right back into Paramount or something. I don't even know anymore. Which sides was Paramount, which is NBC, which is
Yeah, when are they
Fox
going to take?
affiliates.
When are they going to take Hulu down completely?
That I don't know. I have no idea. I just heard that what they were planning to do, and I'm behind it. But okay, I'm like, oh, you do away with Hulu, we still got the Disney bundle. I don't know what's going to happen, or how much we're going to end up paying on shit. Like I said, a lot of these things I can't wait to see what happens, and a lot of these things is going to be based on what subscriptions to what platforms we're going to have that given month or day, or what we need, or what we're getting at and stuff. It's
So
like,
this is what it says. You ready? The Hulu app is scheduled to be shut down and fully integrated into Disney Plus in 2026. While the Hulu service will still exist as a subscription option, its content will be accessed through the Disney Plus app. So what, you're going to be paying for both under the one app?
basically, if they really want the other content. One thing I hate about Hulu, though, is like they always want the live subscription, which is basically, it's $89 a month. You're looking at basic cable all over again.
So it says Hulu will still be available as a standalone subscription, but its content will be accessed through the Disney Plus app. So if you wanted just Hulu and not Disney and not the Disney shit, you can pay for Hulu, but you have to watch it through the Disney Plus app. That's basically. So
Yeah.
who the fuck is gonna have Hulu without Disney? I mean, I'm getting tired of all the shit too.
I don't think they really are. I don't think they thought that far ahead. I think they had from the looks of things, and they don't already have something in place. They just had the rug pulled out from under them. That's my MBA talking again. I know business was my problem. Don't make it anybody else's, is what my wife keeps telling me.
So is all my shit on Hulu gonna get lost?
Ooh, fuck. I don't think lost. It'll still be on there. You still use it. It's probably just going to be an option or a button on Disney. But the thing is, though, Disney is going to have to really upgrade its shit just to be able to integrate and handle any of Hulu's stuff coming over. Even if they try to change the format of all the Hulu
Right.
content already over, it's not going to compute.
Well, that's why I figured they were holding off on it. Like, did they even have the fucking bandwidth to fit an entire streaming platform within its own streaming platform with all that fucking content?
Right.
Unless they're going to limit it to... then what happens with, like, people that use Hulu to watch live TV? Because that's a package.
Well, no, they don't have to pay for anything extra. They just got to pay basically for... The only thing they got to pay for is Netflix. They get everything. They get everything else if you're paying for Hulu Live, from SmackDown through these these new shows in NXT.
Right. It's the shit's on A&E or CW or whatever.
And if you have that basic cable package, you don't got to pay the $30 a month for the ESPN app, unless of course you have some. I mean, and that's only a few of the major cable providers like Comcast and stuff. If you add to that network, you know, you don't even get that. It's this whole deal is still screwy. And like I said, we're still early in the first trimester, but so far, one, I don't know who the father is, and two, the kid ain't looking too pretty so far. We might want to spend more time on the drawing board. Make sure you know, measure twice and cut one. But then again, everything I'm saying, they really can't though, because all this is, no matter which way you look at it, as far as big business, this is new shit. This is all brand new territory. And when you look at something like TKO and some of the personalities at the highest levels of it is kafakta. So
Well, so then you gotta then eventually, if they're gonna incorporate Hulu into Disney Plus, then they'll incorporate ESPN into Disney.
that's that's what I would be hoping. That's what I would. I think to some degree they have, or at least a special here and there.
I think it might be a beta version in there, like what they did with Hulu originally. I feel like in order for it to function properly, they're probably going to limit a lot of shit. Like if you look on Hulu right now, Hulu's got a ton of movies on there but then they have original Hulu content, and then they have all the FX shit, all the Fox stuff that Disney owns, right? So coming over to Disney Plus, they might just have Hulu original shit, Hulu original movies and TV, and then FX, and then limit the amount of movie. I don't know, man. I just fucking so much shit. Like I feel, just thinking about it.
I'm more worried about what we're paying on, because it's like, okay, we're not paying our beloved $9.99 a month anymore. Or we could, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I've been subscribed to this stupid channel for half a year. The kids didn't watch it. The wife doesn't watch it. There's no WWE on it anymore. Why am I keeping this crap? There'll be various things that'll be like, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be the next dude, man. You're in here at a fun time to be doing this stuff too, because the next I say 9 months is gonna be very interesting, and that's my timeline to see how much of a success or failure this whole endeavor is going to be. Because I mean, I see. Call me pessimistic with this one though, but I almost see LXT. What was it? What LXT, right? XFL. I see an XFL rollout for this fucking thing. I really do, for TKO and whatever they're trying to do. Whatever comes after John Cena, whatever comes come Royal Rumble, whatever comes next year.
Well, here's the thing also that nobody wants to think about, but Vince McMahon is trying to start another fucking company, man. Like,
rumor has it he's going to show up on Raw one of these days too.
He's a fucking listen. They may have pushed Vince out, right? But he's still a billionaire, and this motherfucker built this whole thing. All right. Granted, he did have help, and there are still plenty of people in the business that are loyal to him.
And others in the business that still hate his guts, but they would still show up happily to take the paycheck for the Hall of Fame inductions. But still, yeah.
Exactly. So, Vince still got something cooking. Like, who the fuck knows what he's trying to do?
He could be a big part of it, but they got rid of him for obvious implications.
I mean, he's trying to start his own company. He's got Kevin Dunn with him, his boy. Mm-hmm. He's got, who knows who would jump ship to go work with Vince again. Undertaker is like his fucking son. Like
but he wouldn't be fighting, right? Yeah, I don't see.
No. He'd be like, behind. Cena's loyal to Vince. Vince made a lot of these guys, including Dwayne.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Including Steve Austin, including this one, that one, even fucking Hogan. Rest in peace. But don't count out Vince just yet.
Well, it depends on where they are at with these allegations and this, that, and other thing, and how much clout is there really behind it. And it's to the point that, okay, there's enough clout where, I can see where Vince left the WWE and he left and this, that, and other. The only thing that gets me about Vince is not lately, but that one picture that he had this like billionaire penciled in mustache.
Oh my God! Remember that
You see
shit?
that? No,
Yeah. What the fuck was that,
that
Vince?
he dressed up a passenger on Epstein's island for Halloween one year, and that's what came up. And that's what, yeah, that would do it. He looked like a billionaire on the Leader Express with that fucking mustache.
Hey
I
man,
mean,
they
that
put
mustache is
they put Brock back on TV.
so
Vince is
they got to be feeling pretty. And that's the thing. Rumor has it Vince is going to show up on Raw one of these days, and it's just like I guess they're feeling pretty comfortable about things lately, or what?
Wait, there's a rumor that Vince is going to show up on Raw.
Well, maybe that's what I heard. He was already spotted backstage.
How much what does he still own within the company?
My understanding, nothing. Craig keeps saying, "Oh, he has all the stock and this and that." He had all the stock.
I thought he was on the board of Endeavor.
Well, that if he is, that changes everything.
You know what? Let's fucking look something quick.
Yeah, is he on the? He's not on the board of the WWE anymore. I know that from the stock information I still get.
All right, see. He was the TKO executive chairman, and then McMahon will serve as the executive chairman of TKO and oversee the new company's WWE and UFC divisions. McMahon was expected to personally own 34% of TKO Group. All right, and then he resigned on January 26, 2024, one day after a report about alleged sexual allegations committed by McMahon. Deadline confirmed that McMahon had resigned from TKO. McMahon filed to sell $411.95 million worth of TKO stock amidst allegations of sexual assault following a previous sale of shares worth $670.3 million.
There's his billion.
McMahon, who resigned from the TKO board earlier due to a lawsuit alleging abuse and sexual exploitation, owns approximately 15 million shares of TKO Group's Class A shares after the recent transactions. Okay, so he owns 15 million shares of TKO.
Easily $150 million. Wow, so he is still. They were just trying to hide him, I guess, with allegations, or that was they didn't want that to screw up the big merger. But now that it happened, I don't think anybody cares, I guess, or they go, the lady's actually taking the hush money again this time, or it's kind of pointless at this point. But
in 2025, McMahon established 14th and I. An investment firm and entertainment hub company pursuing opportunities in media and sports entertainment. Now I'm going to go down the fucking rabbit hole here.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of these smaller and side deals, they're going to have a lot going on with all this, and that's the thing. We knew that with TKO, just having this huge conglomerate. And here's the thing with TKO, they're $300 million in debt. Because you buy the WWE, they arbitrarily seemingly bought AAA. I'm waiting for, like I said, I'm still waiting for them to buy New Japan or something, just to make it a full global monopoly, basically. Because how many other promotions around the world do you constantly have you heard of, other than AAA in Mexico, maybe the Lucha one, maybe if you're really into wrestling, or the like one of the two Japan dojos. I mean, that's kind of it. There's nothing really outstanding in Europe anymore. They all come to either Australia or they all anyone good evidently comes over here. This is going to be a fun, funky ride, but we have no idea where they're going to go with this, and neither do we to some degree. But Vince, like I said, as far as covering our regular weekly things, I mean, I should do that more. So this time we jump in with, we saw this main event from this and this main event from that. This means this for the main. We'll be going right into what these shows are basically at this point. Build up for the next pay-per-view. So getting for this is all going to be a big build up for Paris now. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's the next one, Clash in Paris.
And that's the thing with this week. They're already kind of setting up matches for it.
So they got fucking Logan Paul's wrestling Cena.
Yeah. I think those were the matches.
When is he wrestling Brock? Survivor Series?
No.
What is there another one they're forgetting? Is there one in Perth? Did that happen already?
No, Perth. Perth comes before Survivor Series. I think that's Perth got to be September or October, I think. Yeah, so Cena and Paul are going to set. And meanwhile, McIntyre and Rhodes seems to be like a lock for the Paris PLE as well.
So
But that's the
that's
thing. There's going to be a
so
bunch of SmackDown champions, SmackDown tag teams without a match yet again. I mean, it's not going to be big enough for, like I said, there's going to be a handful of SmackDown guys, champs that. We had that conversation before, but yeah, that's what we got going on so far with that.
all right.
Yeah, I'm still reading everything else there, but like I said, we're going to pick that up through the weekend. Next weekend, anytime you want to do a video, you want to chill chat, hit me up. All right.
All right. Yeah, let's do it.
So yeah, I'm going more on your schedule. So just let me know, and I'll know what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, I got this week. This week is doctor and chiropractor. Yeah, I'm going running around tomorrow. Then I'm pretty much done. Be done spending money too. I hate spending all the money in one weekend and just like, oh, okay, the next week is going to be kind of stiff. That's great.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
how it be.
Sounds good to me, pal. As always, thanks for coming on. We'll do a show later on, unless you're up for anything now. Unless you want to do one on Hogan or
No, I gotta
no.
do something. Kids, I got the kids.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, it is that time. It is
I
that
can
time.
hear them. The natives are restless.
Yep. Well, I'm waiting for my cat to start meowing at my ear, so that's it. I'll talk to you next week, pal.
See you at Belton.